Everyone is tuned into this trial because, let's be real, this is not just about Diddy's company falling. This is about how deep this really goes. So let's take a look at how things went down after day one. Day two was when things really got serious. The courtroom was full of press, fans, and even some of Diddy's family members, such as his mother Janice Combs and twin daughters Jessie and Delilah, all watching. Diddy at the defense table didn't look as confident as day one, possibly knowing what was coming. The prosecution, headed by Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson, called in their big gun, Diddy's former girlfriend and one-time Bad Boy record star Cassie Ventura. Cassie testified for more than 4.5 hours. And honey, she did not come to play. She told about her 11-year relationship with Diddy, beginning when she was only 19, painting a vivid picture that stunned the room. Cassie discussed freaky freak-offs, sex and drug parties where Diddy allegedly had her perform with male escorts in front of him while he watched and videotaped. She claimed to be high on marijuana and ecstasy and felt disgusting and humiliated, and she asked Diddy to erase the tapes, but he refused. She also spoke about physical abuse, such as being beaten that left her with black eyes, bruising, and a sore lip. The jury saw this evidence, images of the injuries to Cassie, including her swollen lips and cut forehead, and 7 still images from the freak-off videos, shown privately so that the public could not view them. They also showed the infamous 2016 hotel security video. In it, Diddy is shown physically assaulting, kicking, and dragging Cassie along a hallway after she tried to leave a freak-off. Yet, Cassie wasn't the sole speaker. Daniel Phillip, a former male stripper who appeared on day one, returned to finish his story. Under questioning by prosecutor Maureen Comey, Daniel Phillip testified that he saw Diddy pulling Cassie into a bedroom and heard slaps and Cassie screaming. Defense lawyer Xavier Donaldson questioned Phillip with challenging questions about his male-performing business and how he had been chosen for such events. He suggested that Phillip might be exaggerating facts for publicity. The defense lawyers, Mark Agnifilo and Tini Geragos, were preparing to respond. They said they would use text messages to show Cassie was okay with the freak-offs. Judge Aaron Subramanian, keeping tight control over the situation, closed down media demands to display those graphic videos, stating that it would harm victims once more. Day two concluded with everyone in chaos. Cassie's story was raw, and the defense was ready to strike back. Day three kept the spotlight on Cassie, and the drama dialed up to 11. The prosecution, led by Emily Johnson, had Cassie go deeper into her story, which was intense. She spoke about examples of abuse, including physical violence and intimidation from security staff. She also suggested that Diddy's abusive and controlling behavior continued even after they had broken up, including a serious sexual assault allegation in 2018. Cassie even witnessed Diddy get physical with other people, such as punching a man and holding a friend over a balcony. She spoke about threats made to Kid Cudi, her 2011 ex, whose car subsequently exploded. Some shady business. She explained freak-offs took her 4 days, left her extremely thirsty and fatigued, and she confirmed that the 2023 lawsuit against Diddy was paid out for $20 million within just 24 hours. Cassie teared up and said she had thought about taking her life when filming a music video and attended rehab in 2023. The jury viewed more evidence, more photographs of Cassie's injuries, the 2016 hotel incident report, an email from hotel security, and photographs of damage to the hallways. Broken vases, flowers on the floor, and stains on the walls. Then the defense, led by Anna Estevao, began questioning the witnesses to change the narrative. They presented March 2016 texts in which Cassie had typed, "I'm always ready to freak off," to suggest she was okay with it. Cassie confirmed she had a short relationship with Kid Cudi in 2011 and met an NFL player in 2016, which made Diddy jealous. She called their shared drug use get-high partners and testified that Diddy's addiction to opiates made him cranky. The defense argued that this was a dirty but consensual relationship and that promising Cassie's $20 million was just a means to an end. Prosecutors countered that references to her infidelity, like with Kid Cudi, were irrelevant, but Judge Subramanian permitted some of them, describing them as revealing the details of the relationship. The courtroom was charged. 8 months pregnant, Cassie wouldn't look at Diddy and clutched a red mala for comfort. Day 3 ended in a struggle. Cassie's true tale versus the defense's contention that it was just love gone wrong. Day 4 was a long battle as the defense cross-examined Cassie for 9 hours. Anna L. was not playing nice, bringing out her old text to demonstrate that Cassie fully participated in the freak-offs. They displayed April 2010 texts, like Diddy's "When do you want to freak off?", Lowell and Cassie's "I'm always ready," alongside 2013's "Wish we could have FO'd before you left," and 2017's "I love our FOs when we both want it." They questioned her about cheating, like that 2015 scandal with Michael B. Jordan and that 2016 NFL player scandal, claiming it made Diddy jealous and proof the relationship was a two-way disaster. They even played an audio of Cassie yelling at a DJ over a sex tape, insinuating that she wasn't a complete victim. Her defense spoke about how she was treated for PTSD in 2023 at Willow House. They explained that her memory could be blurry and claimed that her $20 million settlement was about money. Cassie wouldn't leave. She said she loved Diddy at first and did drugs with him, including a bad batch of MDMA in 2016, but then fear took its grip. Diddy's threats, like releasing sex tapes, kept her trapped. She even spoke about Diddy's 2012 drug overdose and their swingers lifestyle, where she saw him with other women on 4 occasions. The prosecution responded, stating this wasn't merely a toxic relationship. Diddy employed his bodyguards and assistants to stalk Cassie, demonstrating control rather than love. Complications arose when the defense submitted 400 new exhibits at the last minute. Judge Subramanian was angered by this and scolded them for delaying the proceedings. Prosecutors complained that they were not warned, but the defense, with Mark Agnifilo assisting Estevao, argued that the exhibits were needed to refute Cassie's tale. Subramanian permitted only a 5-hour cross-examination on day 5. The prosecution had 30 minutes for their rebuttal questions, as Cassie, 8 months pregnant, needed to finish. Diddy looked stressed. His mom and sons were present, but there was mayhem outside in the media, with television crews surrounding every side. On day 4, everyone wondered if the text messages from the defense would change Cassie's story. Day 5 was important. Cassie completed her long testimony, almost 20 hours over 4 days. Anna Estevao's final cross-examination addressed the 2016 hotel attack and 2018 rape complaint, but Cassie stood her ground, saying fear drove her actions, not choices. Then the prosecution surprised everyone with a Homeland Security Investigations agent, Yassine Binda. He recounted a 2024 search of Diddy's Manhattan hotel room, during which they found $9,000 in cash stashed in a fanny pack, ketamine, MDMA, multiple bottles of baby oil, and a mood lighting device, right out of Cassie's freak off stories. The jurors were even allowed to handle the evidence, which made it feel real. Defense lawyer Tini Garaga stepped in, having Binda explain that there was a woman in Diddy's bedroom back in 2024, which was evidence that Diddy still had consensual relations. The defense got in trouble again for those 400 late exhibits, and Judge Subramanian gave strict orders for slowing things down. Day 5 ended with the prosecution presenting their case with a wealth of evidence, but the defense still asserted that it was simply an ugly relationship. The court is adjourned for the weekend and will reconvene on May 19th. This trial has several weeks left and it's getting intense. The prosecution has more witnesses lined up to testify against her, like Jane, Mia, and possibly Cassie's mother or best friend Carrie Morgan. The defense might even call Diddy to the stand, but that is a wild card. Will the jury believe the prosecution's story of a crime syndicate founded on fear and control, or the defense's contention that it's a messy love affair blown out of proportion? With that 2016 video, drugs, baby oil, and tears from Cassie, the prosecution is pushing strongly. But those texts allow the argument of consent to continue. And because cameras are not allowed in court, we rely on sketches and reports to keep us updated. Keep it locked here because this legal roller coaster has just begun, and you will not want to miss the next shocking twist.